What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, your Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. In this video right here, I'm talking about if you have a life path number 7. And I'll pause for the cause. If you just heard about astrology, if you just heard about numerology or astrology, if you don't understand how vitally, drastically, urgently important it is to study yourself through numerology, through astrology. If you don't know what your life path number is, you don't know how to find it, I have a link in the description when it comes to numerology, a numerology 101 video. I'll teach you how to look at your life path number. I'll give you like a brief introduction about what numerology is and how it can affect and help your life and your journey to bettering yourself, to self-knowledge and self-love. So if you did your math and you realize your life path number 7, first of all, I fuck with you on an even deeper level because we're the same life path number. I could resonate with you really, really much because I understand you. A lot of us, when I say us, I'm going to say us in this video. A lot of us, number 7 people, feel like nobody understands us. Understand that I understand you like deeply because we're the same vibration, same life purpose, same life number. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Because this might get a little personal too, but I'm not trying to make it a little too mushy, but we'll see what happens. But you already know, before I start, I'm going to give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what life path 7 people look like and act like in reality. So first we got Aaliyah, rest in peace. We got Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali, Bryson Tiller, J. Cole, one of my favorite rappers of all time, hands down, Kalani, Trey Songz, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Janet Jackson, Marilyn Monroe, Lauryn Hill, another one of my favorite rappers, and Taylor Swift. So now, boom. Life path number 7. When I first think about life path number 7, first thing I think about is somebody that is a spiritual seeker, so like a truth seeker. Somebody that seeks knowledge no matter where they go, and they're extremely spiritual. Number 7 is like a very, very spiritual number. So they seek truth, the truth seeker. Now, every single number is shaped for a certain reason. All the lines and the curves are there for a certain reason. So number 7 to me represents like the way that it's shaped. It takes in information, it analyzes in information, and it brings it down and internalizes it and like brings it into the self. So like it takes in all the information, it observes life, and then brings it back into themselves, and like they deeply think about things and deeply analyze things to the core, like to the self. That's like what the shape represents to me. So life path number 7 people, we are extremely, extremely analytical. Like we analyze life, we analyze human behavior, we analyze every single thing. Like we want to make sure we can like really dig deep and get to the core of every single thing that we come across, that we experience. We are really into researching things. We study a lot. We're just really deep people when it comes to like, we want to take something and want to get to like the core of it and get like the deep understanding of it. Like we really get deeply into things and really like want to know about it. And the things that we really get deep into is going to be more on the spiritual side, because 7 is a spiritual number. In the Bible, they said God rested on the 7th day. We have 7 chakras, and I'm going to make a video in the future, hands down, most definitely, about the 7 chakras. But we have 7 chakras, 7 days in a week. 7 is just a very extremely spiritual number. 7th heaven, like all these tie into 7 being a very a very spiritual number. So being analytical, we are extremely analytical. Then at the same time, we are extremely, extremely intuitive. Intuition is our like, that's our everything to us is like intuition. Like we have like a connection with the higher power, with like the source, and I'll explain how that is when I talk about the planets. But we are extremely analytical and extremely intuitive. Like, so add in that spiritualism inside of us, plus the analyticalness inside of us. So we live our life analyzing the world and trying to find the truth about everything and tying it in to how it could like help us on our spiritual journey, because we're all on a journey to like knowing who we are. So we always go within ourselves. We're really in touch with our inner self. Like we have tremendous inner strength, like to the max, which is an extremely good thing. It's an extremely good thing. But when you're like vibrating on the more negative side of number 7, you could be prone to like really being like a loner, like to the max, or isolating yourself to the max, because your inner strength and your inner world is so like, you just feel like nobody understands you. So you're just so inside of yourself and analyzing everything about life and being spiritually in tune with yourself and the universe and things around you. So you could like isolate yourself because you're just so into like your personal journey and your like your wisdom and your knowledge and your intuition, and you get like downloads from the universe. So all this ties in just being like into your inner self. Like we always go within. Like we are key to going within. A lot of us are really good into meditating. Like we just know how to take our knowledge and like really apply it into our inner self, like our inner life, our spiritual journey. Now, the same way that every single sign is ruled by a planet, every single number is ruled by a planet. And remember when I said intuition is A1, like our intuition is extremely powerful. We're extremely spiritual. The planet that rules number 7 is Neptune in astrology. Remember, Neptune rules Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. So remember, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's the wisest soul, the old soul, the wisest sign of the zodiac. It's all the signs put together into one. Pisces is extremely intuitive. Pisces is the most spiritual, the most emotional, the most sensitive. When I say sensitive, they're really sensitive to the vibrations around them. They're really sensitive to their environment. They can really feel and pick up energies quick, fast, and they can really they're really in tune with life, and also extremely psychic, very mystical. Like we have a very mystical type energy around us. We're just really like spiritually in tune. When you think number 7 people, think about them being extremely spiritually in tune with themselves and with life. Extremely spiritually in tune. Ruled by Neptune. Neptune ruled by Pisces. So think Pisces energy, how they're very intellectual, not intellectual. They are intellectual, but not. They're more intuitive than intellectual. So think Pisces energy being intuitive. Number 7 is extremely the same way. Very intuitive. So I was talking about isolation. One thing that could happen, and this is something that I personally got to work on too. Like I'm really getting personal with y'all for some reason, but because I fuck with y'all and like I'm doing my purpose and like I really have an outlet, because I'm a really, really low key person. Like regardless of what you see, what you might think, I'm an extremely low key person, but YouTube is giving me an outlet to like share my information, to share my energy with the world, because as a number 7, and I'll get into this as the video goes on, our purpose is to share our information, is to share our knowledge with the world, because we have a tremendous capacity to take in knowledge of all types and have our own understanding, our own inner understanding of what the knowledge that we just took in, and adding on to that intuition that we have. We could really we really have like tremendous amounts of wisdom. Like we have to really understand that about ourselves. We have to really trust our intuition and trust ourselves and know how powerful that our energy is. And we have to share it with humanity, because the words that we say, our thoughts, our mind, the way that we think, the way that we are really inspires people, because we are truth seekers. That's our purpose. So we are always seeking the truth in things. So we will find the truth because we're always seeking it. When I tell you that our mind never stops, our mind never stops. We are always analyzing every single thing that happens to us, analyzing people around us, analyzing every single thing around us. Our mind is very, very extremely analytical, and we are extremely intuitive, extremely psychic, extremely mystical. So we have to understand that about ourselves. You really have to know that your purpose is to go on a spiritual journey. So you have to really, like, the universe is gonna, before in my younger years, I used to be like really materialistic. All I thought about was money and material things. Like I just thought that life is all about being flashy and having the most nicest thing and buying expensive thing and just money, everything. So when I was in that mindset, the universe put me through things that's like, look, you're not here to be materialistic. You're here to find your inner self. You're here to be spiritual. So the universe will put you through a lot of things, a lot of tests that will make sure you understand what your purpose is. Your purpose is to be spiritually in tune. You're not supposed to be like attached to things in the matrix. When I say the matrix, it's like this world that we live in that is governed by man, that is like controlled by man. They made like a system that we all live in, like go to work 9 to 5, and like that system that we live in is really fake because it's like man-made. We are not supposed to be attaching ourselves to like being in the matrix. Like the money is all matrix things. Like money is the root of all evil. Money is like is ruled by man. So it's like it's the matrix way of like having currency. We're not supposed to like attach ourselves to that, but instead we're supposed to have like a spiritual connection with the higher power. Same way Pisces is the last sign, and it's like it's the last step before it reaches to the higher power, before it reaches back to the source. We have like a true connection with the source, with the higher power. We get downloads from the universe all the time. Like we just are really spiritually in tune like that. So we should not really be stuck in the matrix, but we should have like our way of living, and we're supposed to share that with people so we could raise their vibration, because we are always once you fully understand like why you're here, your purpose as number 7, and you really get in tune with that, and you like accept that you're supposed to be spiritually in tune, you're supposed to be analyzing things and also intuitive. Once you accept your purpose and you walk along the path of your purpose being number 7, your vibration is going to just raise. You're going to be like living on a high vibration compared to people around you. So our purpose is to share our information with people so we can help raise the vibration of the whole of humanity, of the universe, because we are here to raise the vibration of humanity, because we are just spiritually, we're like connected to the source. We're the most spiritual number. We're the most analytical number. So we're here to like connect with the source and share the information. So it's extremely important to understand, if your life path number 7, you have to really get on your like personal spiritual journey. And this involves isolation. Like we love being by ourselves because like a lot of us, and I felt like this for a long time. I still feel like this sometimes too, but I felt like this for a long time. Like we just feel like we're aliens of the universe. Like we came here, we don't belong here. Like this is not our time to be here. We just feel like we don't fit in because we're not a part of the matrix, but we're stuck in the matrix. So like a lot of us, it's kind of hard for us to like connect with people because people around us are usually living on a low vibration. They're caring about like the Kardashians, and they're caring about sports all the time. They're caring about matrix things that's like not high vibrational. That's not spiritual. That's not like next level thinking. So a lot of us can really isolate ourselves because we feel that nobody around us can understand us. People around us are living in a whole different kind of vibration than us. So what could happen is we could really isolate ourselves to the max. Like number 7 people are the most individualistic, the most like isolative people of the whole number of numerology. Like we really can be by ourselves and like really be perfectly fine by ourselves. Like for me personally, like I said, I did have a problem with this. YouTube's giving me an outlet to be like more open and more out there, but we are extremely low key people, like we really love our space, our isolation, because that helps us to really, and we also need isolation. Like you need to be by yourself sometimes. If you're always around people, the same way Pisces, they could soak in the energies of every single person they interact, and when they're soaking in the energy, they're like, it's like their energy, that energy is like becoming a part of them because they soak it all up like a sponge. When we're always around people, their mindset, their vibrations, their energy can really like interfere with our purpose, with our like, because our mind is just connected to the source. So their like low vibration can really like tamper with that. It can really like interfere with that. So you need to find some time to isolate yourself, but also find that balance of not being too isolative, also being social. So the 7th sign of the zodiac is Libra. 7th house is house of Libra, about balance, relationships. So when it comes to balance, we have to balance out being extremely analytical, being extremely intuitive. We have to find the balance of both, and that will help us on our purpose. We have to find a balance of being extremely isolated because we love our space, because we just feel the most comfortable by ourselves in silence, so our mind could just like work and we could just analyze and just research, and we just love just learning about everything, especially spiritual, metaphysical things. We just love spiritual things. This is why my whole YouTube channel is about astrology, numerology. I just love spiritual knowledge. Like, this is what I could really sit and like research for hours about, anything spiritual, anything metaphysical. So we have to find a balance of isolation and socializing, find the balance of being extremely analytical and extremely spiritual. So balance is very key for us, because if we don't find that balance, we could be too analytical and our spiritual side will not be good. And that's when like you're not balanced. That's when the universe will like really put things in your life, will really test you, really make you understand that you're supposed to be spiritual as well, not just analyzing things. You're also supposed to have a strong spiritual connection. If you're too isolated, if you're not sharing your information, if you're not like social with people around you, if you're not sharing your information, if you're just keeping all that inside of yourself, the way number 7 is shaped, it takes in information and like really brings it down to its inner self. If you're not sharing that information, you're not living to your full potential. You're not living for your purpose, because you're here to raise a vibration. You're supposed to help people with your knowledge, because you spend so much time researching, you spend so much time analyzing, you spend your whole life basically analyzing the world. Like, a lot of us, including me, feel like I was sent to this planet to like analyze human behavior, to like really like not be a part of it, so to speak, but to be like in the background observing it and analyzing it and critiquing it. We could also judge people low key, because like we just like really perfectionistic when it comes to analyzing things like that. So a lot of us just feel like we're not part of this universe, we're not part of this world. Like, we're just so different, we're just so extremely unique, so mystical. Like, we don't fit in a lot. So that's what will lead us to isolate ourselves. So I'm here to tell y'all that I feel you. I understand you 100%. I was born on the 25th. 2 plus 5 is 7. So I'm like an extra number 7. Like, I really have extra number 7 vibrations going through me. Like, I really understand like the feeling of not feeling like you belong, or not feeling like you're understood, not feeling like you can't talk to nobody because everybody else is not on the same frequency as you. That's also why I made this channel, so I can attract people that think like me, because I always feel that I'm like by myself. Like, nobody cares about this spiritual stuff. Like, why am I the only person that cares about astrology? Wherever I go, like when I'm in school, at work, why am I the only person that cares about spiritual things? Like, everybody else cares about the matrix subjects, cares about things that don't really matter to the core. It's just like like TV and like movies, anything that's like not like, they care about superficial things. That's the word I could use. A lot of people care about superficial things and not really things that really like matter to the core. So understand that I feel you, I understand you. We definitely have to work on the isolation thing, because even though they're not on the same like frequency as us, the same vibration as us, it's our purpose to teach them, because we are natural teachers. Like, we're natural because we're so analytical and so smart like that, and so intuitive like that. We have so much wisdom. Same way Pisces has so much wisdom. We're supposed to be teaching people our knowledge and try to help raise a vibration. So all the number 7s out there watching this video, if we all carry out our purpose, people will start to catch on, people will start to learn, people will start to peep how like being spiritual really helps them in life, being analytical and being spiritual really helps us in life. So we're supposed to really raise the vibration of the whole humanity, because humanity as a whole, the vibration, they're vibrating on a very, very low, superficial vibration. And the way that they want us to be is to be in a low vibration, be controlled. They want us to care about celebrities and idolizing celebrities instead of idolizing like true knowledge, because we really seek the truth in everything. We seek the truth in everything. We look for the core knowledge, the core truth in every single thing that we do. This is what we're here for. So instead of just keeping all that knowledge to yourself, share it with the world, because you will really, you have a lot of knowledge. You will really help somebody. You really inspire people. You will really change people's lives, because we are connected to the higher power, to the higher source. We're just connected to to that information, to that knowledge, because we're extremely intuitive. We're ruled by Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. Tie all that into being extremely spiritual. We're extremely psychic, extremely intuitive. So jobs or careers that would be good for y'all is what I'm doing right now, making a YouTube channel, sharing the knowledge about mystical knowledge, about occult knowledge, about like spiritual knowledge, being researchers, any job that allows us to like sit down by ourselves to research things and then teach it to the universe, teach it to people around us, is a perfect like career path for us. It's our perfect life path purpose. And this is why I love this YouTube channel so much. This is why I fuck with all y'all so much, because like I said, I'm an extremely low key person. Like, so when I made this channel and I'm expressing all the knowledge I have, and I receive the comments that y'all like really understanding it, that y'all really like resonating with it, it just helps me know that I'm really living my purpose. Like, this is what I'm really here to do. And once you become like this, once you become fully aware of why you're here, who you are, what you're here to do, you will see how the universe really blesses you. You will see how the universe really puts the right people in your life. The universe will really take care of you because you're living your purpose. So your purpose is to share your information. Don't be too isolated. And like I said, I'm telling y'all this, but I have to work on this myself, because like I said, low key is what like my middle name is. Like, I'm extremely low key, especially in public, because like I said, I always feel like I'm here to observe everything and look at observe everything and analyze everything. So I don't really like feel the need to put myself out there like that. But y'all should find a way that you could be by yourself, isolate yourself, at the same time find that balance so you can share your information, because we are extremely spiritual and analytic and intuitive. So find something that you could do that you could put all that together. And the main purpose is, before I leave, the main purpose is to share your information. Don't just be so closed off. Don't become a loner like that. And I'm saying this, like I said, because I feel y'all. I understand 100% how we could be like really, we could be loners to the max. I understand that 100%. Trust me. But our purpose is to share our knowledge and our information. Number 7 people, life path number 7 people, I fuck with y'all heavy. Understand that. If you're life path number 7, make sure you show me some love, because we all gotta stay together and really help humanity raise the vibration. We all gotta stay together and help humanity like raise our vibration. People need to be more spiritually in tune with themselves. We have a pure knowledge of who we are as ourselves. Like, we know ourselves to the max because we spend so much time seeking the truth about everything in life, especially within ourselves. So that was my video on life path number 7. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on life path number 8. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, you already know I fuck with you heavy. Appreciate you for real. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all.